How's it going, guys? My name is Doe. Hope we're doing great, and today I want to discuss the new sword rework and go over my first impressions of the sword and whether or not it lived up to my expectations as a weapon and as a rework, if it was good or if it was bad. And in the video, I'm playing with every rad the whole time, all new sword gameplay, and it's pretty fun. And now there will be a guide coming out. Today's video is not a guide, but there will be one, so make sure to like this video and that video when it comes out. I appreciate that very much. But to get started, the sword is freaking different, man. Like, I'm talking, they changed every aspect of the sword, at least in some way. Like, even the specials, like, they're pretty much the same, but they're still different enough to where they feel unique now. Like, they feel unique in themselves, right? Before you had, okay, you have a god tier special, Avenging Overdrive, and then you have the rest of the specials. It's not like that anymore. Like, there's different reasons to use different specials, and that's pretty cool. Ardent Cyclone is still Ardent Cyclone. There's really not much you can do there, but it does have some changes to it. There are some changes to it that make it pretty good now, or a lot better than it used to be on its own. So even that's pretty cool, and I really appreciate that from the standpoint of just wanting to play different things and enjoying it. And the modifiers are all different. There's no more Whistling Blade, no Momentum Pommel. None of these old modifiers are in the game currently. Like, they reworked them entirely. Like, they just changed them. And the changes are to suit the new sort of a playstyle of the sword, which has a new resource to it, which is pretty cool. It's pretty fun managing that. And that opens the door for a lot more abilities and combos. And the combos, I'm not gonna like talk about what they are, but I'll describe the freaking names, dude. You got Frenzied Blade, Sundering Blade, Crescent Strike, Resounding Echo, Blade Rush, and Blade Surge. That is 6 combos, dude. You have 6 different options now. And it's not, and trust me, you will be using pretty much all those combos for different things. That's a pretty big step from just using one combo all the time. Repeating elements, or it was like freaking the pommel one, the one used for pommel. Like, they changed the sword in so many good ways, man. Like, they added variety to it in more than one way. They added variety in the combos, variety in the modifiers, variety in the specials. There's so much variety to the weapon, it's wild. And another thing is, because of how the special meter works, like, not the new meter, but the special meter for the sword is still the same, right? You still build special meter to activate your special. That is kind of the same. The difference, though, is you can still build that meter while using your special. So that means that things like Energized aren't as bad as they used to be. They're actually pretty good now, I think. I'd have to, if I had to assume, I'd say they're pretty freaking good now in some degrees. So this rework, man, this rework is what you want to see from a weapon. You want to see the weapon become more complex, more stylish, and just have more ways to freaking play the game, dude. Like, more ways to, like, I guess, express yourself as a slayer. Because when you play a weapon and all you can do is the same combo as someone else, is that fun? Whenever everyone looks the exact same, there's no like, oh, this person used this combo here, but I'm gonna go ahead and try this instead. Like seeing diversity in playstyle, man, that's important to me. It's important seeing people playing the game differently. And now with the sword being the way it is, there are different ways to reach the same goal, which in this case, I guess, is to kill behemoths. There's different ways to do that with just the sword alone. So this rework, I want to say right now, is freaking cool. As far as first impressions go, I am impressed. Very impressed, to say the least. And I'm excited for the future reworks, because if I'm being honest, the sword isn't my favorite weapon in the game. It never really has been. But this rework makes it my favorite right now. I'm pretty sure it'll be my favorite for a while. But I'm excited for future reworks. I'm excited for things like a hammer rework, an axe rework, repeaters, even though that's not going to happen until maybe after the core weapons. We have no idea right now. And a warp pipe rework. Like, all these weapons, I'm excited to see what they think of. Because if this is what they can do with the sword's supposed to be like some basic Betty Crocker weapon. It's the jack of all trades, master of none. It's not supposed to be crazy at anything. It's supposed to be pretty good at everything, right? If they can make the sword feel this cool, what do you think they can do with like an axe that's like this giant heavy meat cleaver of a weapon, or the chain blades, which is like some dual wield assassin type ish, dude? Like, they can get crazy with it. They can get absolutely just wicca mode with that whole design, and that's what I'm excited for. Like, making the sword this cool was it's a pretty good step IMO, just because this is a good foundation to have, a good sort of thing to look back on and see what they did to a weapon that isn't that crazy and never really has been. They made something that is, for all intents and purposes, just the plain Jane of Dauntless into some crazy stuff. I'm telling you, like, weaving in and out of combos feels great. Managing resources, making it feel like a pseudo rotation in a sense. I think it kind of is a rotation style if I had to think of a way to describe the playstyle, but that, like, they managed to do so much with something that I'm telling you never really captured my eye super hard until now. Like, I've always played all the weapons in Dauntless because I think it's important to play everything. That's what makes the game the most fun, is introducing more variety to yourself in a game. That's what I've always done in games if I can. If I like it a lot, I'll try and play everything to just experience everything I can the game has to offer. But they made one of the experiences that I wasn't always the most fond of, for right now, the thing I'm the most fond of. Like, I'm really trying to convey that point because it's important that that is displayed. And I want people to be willing to try it. I'm not saying you have to like it. I'm not saying that it's the best thing for everybody. What I'm saying is, you better try it, okay? Like, if you don't try the rework, you're just like, oh, I don't like it, it looks weird. Just try it. Give it some time. And trust me, it's not going to feel the best when you first play it because you're not going to know what the heck you're doing. But once you figure it out, it's going to feel pretty sick. Once you figure out all the different tricks, all the different new mechanics you can do, just the different ways you can interlock combos, you can build your valor points, all this stuff, it'll feel pretty fun. Now, as far as expectations go, they kind of freaking met all the marks and then some. But that's not super hard to do because my expectations were just to make the weapon fun, make it stylish, and also just give use to more than one aspect of the weapon, right? Like, I don't want to just use one combo. I don't want to use just one modifier, one special all the time. That's not fun. I didn't like that. The new sword rework, bruh. They made a lot of things more impactful, more useful, and I still think they can do a better job with some things. Like, some of the modifiers, I feel they could change them really easily to make them more useful. And I'm not looking for freaking like complete and total balance. I think that's a pipe dream. It is damn near impossible to make that happen in all the circumstances that you might be expecting. But what you can do is make different things fun enough that the fun aspect can outweigh what it lacks in sort of damage and whatnot. I think that's a completely viable strat that can be taken. Now, I'm saying all that, all the modifiers, they feel kind of fun to use. Some of them are a little sus compared to the other ones, but what can you do? And I don't know, like, this weapon this weapon met my expectations. As a first impression, it was really freaking awesome. Even though I tested the weapon before it was even actually done, before it had any sound to it, or before it had the complete sound, the complete animations, and even then it was kind of cool. But now that everything's done, it feels phenomenal, dude. It's crazy to see how this game can be and what the devs can create. And it leaves you expecting more in the future. That's a good thing. Like, always raising your expectations, always raising the bar. That is what you want to see from a game that, you know, you invest time into, that you like playing. So hopefully y'all watching this video will like playing the sword. And I'm curious what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you like the sword rework, if you're excited for it, all that kind of stuff. It will be coming out on the 30th, I think. I'll correct my dates if they're incorrect on the screen, but something like that. Pretty much whenever the Hunt Pass ends, expect this stuff to happen. I'm not sure if sword rework is the only thing that's going to happen, because they did say that Ramsgate rework would be coming along with the sword at the same time. At least, like, the last time I checked, that was public information. So I'm not sure if they changed that, but hey, we will see what goes down, brothers. And I don't know. It's exciting, dude. I'm hoping you guys will like it as much as I do. And anywho, I appreciate you watching the video. Thank you very much. If you guys want to, be sure to freaking check out my stream at twitch.tv/OhDough. That's how you say that. I'll be going live once this patch goes live, for sure. Might go live a little bit before that. We'll see what happens. And make sure to use credit code OhDough in the Epic Games Store and the in-game Dauntless Store if you want to. If you don't want to use my code, which is OhDough, then use someone's code. Helps me out a ton, costs you nothing extra, and it is just a fantastic way to support someone. But other than that, y'all, I appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.